Hi friends, Brian Allure here with Legacy Mortgage, and welcome to another Legacy Mortgage Minute. You know, today I want to talk about the different mortgage products that are out there. I brought my good friend G-John from Impact Agents, powered by EXP. G-John, how you doing today?
Good, Brian. How are you?
Hey, thanks for stopping by.
Hey, thank you for having me.
You know, today I want to talk about the 4 mortgages. And the first one I really want to talk about is VA. VA is a loan for veterans of the armed services. It's a true zero down loan with no mortgage insurance.
Wait, you mean to tell me it's actually zero down?
Absolutely. It's a zero down product, and there's no mortgage insurance. And if you are disabled, a disabled veteran, you also have no funding fee attached to your loan. It's a great product.
First, I want to say thank you for your service if you are a veteran.
Absolutely.
Secondly so what do you got to qualify for all that? Like, besides being a veteran, like, is there certain types of homes, certain price points?
There's really not a price point. I've seen veterans buying $300,000-$400,000 homes. I've seen them buying $100,000 homes. It's totally up to you. You got to qualify with your income, okay? And your income has a lot of bearing on it.
So is there any limitations on the downsides of a VA loan that someone might have?
Yeah, the only downside is you can only have one at a time. You can have a second loan as long as you have enough allotment, is what they call it. But most of the time, you got to sell one to get another one.
So on the VA loans, there's zero down. Is there any other type of loans that are zero down? Like, I heard something about RD loan. Like, what's that?
Yep, RD is rural development. RD is another true zero down loan, okay? RD, though, is for people in the outskirts of a city, like the outskirts up north of Shelby Township, maybe Washington Township, or out in Lake Orion, or over in Swartz Creek, or north of Mount Morris. Those are all areas that might consider RD. Lapeer, Michigan, there's another good RD area. Those are true zero down loans. And again, and you have income limits on that. You have to have a certain income limit. And for that, just give us a call and we can go over that with you.
That sounds really good. Now, let me ask you for, like, the rest of us. You know, like, I'm not a veteran. My house is not going to qualify for an RD loan, but I need some, like, maybe payment assistance, or let's say I have great credit and I don't need payment assistance. Like, what other types of loans are out there that would help other people out?
There's a couple other loans. There's FHA and naturally the conventional financing, which most people know on the conventional side. You know, FHA is a great loan, 3.5% down. They have a great rate, and FHA just came out with lowering their mortgage insurance. The mortgage insurance on an FHA mortgage is now way lower than what it used to be, and it's even comparable to conventional mortgages with 5% down. The best thing about FHA is that if you have a 660, 670 credit score, your interest rate on a conventional mortgage is going to be higher because conventional mortgages are credit score driven, where FHA, you'll have a favorable interest rate and the mortgage insurance will be a lot cheaper than if you were doing 5% down on a conventional mortgage.
That's interesting. So I've heard this happen before, where someone is qualified for a conventional loan and they actually go to FHA because it's a lower rate. Is that really true?
In that particular case, they probably had a lower credit score, and yes, that is true. If you have a lower credit score, you're better off to go FHA. And you know, a lot of people talk about, I don't like FHA because they might condition my house for various different repairs. Well, I'm here to tell you the last 5 FHA loans I had came back at value with no repairs. So they are lightening up on the parameters on the FHA mortgage.
I definitely agree with that, because I know even when we go out with an FHA mortgage, we also look at the house too beforehand to make sure that there's going to be no issues, like working together, working alongside, you know, the lender and working with the buyers and making sure that we find a home that fits their needs but also is in guidelines of the FHA.
Absolutely. And you know, and naturally there's always conventional out there too. Conventional does have a first-time home buyer program, and you literally cannot have owned a home on a conventional, and that's 3% down. The normal FHA mortgage is 5% down. But, you know, really get a hold of us and we can talk about that. You know, they've really tightened up on the parameters, Fannie and Freddie have. So it's being a lot easier to get FHA mortgages approved than it is to get conventional mortgages approved now, especially on the lower credit score borrowers. So if you have any questions, I encourage you to please give myself or G-John a call. Let us see what we got to do to help you. I promise we'll get you into a house that's very, very good for you. We appreciate you stopping by, and we'll we'll see you next week on the Legacy Mortgage Minute.